Madam Ambassador, welcome. Thank you very much for coming and visiting our Institute of the Regions of Europe. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for inviting.
It's a great pleasure for us. Thank you. Since December 2024, Lithuania has a new government. My question is, will there be any major change in the politics of the country towards the European Union and common European policy, or is there a consensus among all parties to keep the country pro-European Union? You can imagine that this question just at the moment is very important for us in Austria.
Well, I should say that 20 years ago, Lithuania joined European Union at the big bang of enlargement of European Union. And since then, Lithuania is a very pro-European country. In 2004, support for Lithuania's membership in European Union was like 91%. And since then, we never had less than 80% of the support to European Union. So in general, we are a very pro-European country, and all political parties are pro-European Union. We do not have any major political force in Lithuania which would be against European Union and against Lithuania's membership. So we will continue to be a reliable partner of European Union member states, and will continue to cherish European Union and our membership in the Union.
That's interesting, because in Austria the situation is a little bit different. Lithuania is a very important and I would say very loyal supporter of Ukraine in its fight against the Russian invasion. How does the government of Lithuania see the future of European support for Ukraine in particular, and of the European security policy in general under the second Trump administration?
Well, situation in Ukraine is very sad. Soon we will mark 3 years anniversary of the aggressive Russia's invasion into Ukraine. And our support to Ukraine should continue as long as it will be necessary. We have to fulfill our promises. We promised Ukraine military support, humanitarian support, and we have to deliver what we promised. So in Lithuania, there is no second opinion on that. We support Ukraine. The whole society supports Ukraine. All political parties support Ukraine. We know who is aggressor, who is victim, and we have to support the victim. What's going to happen in the future, we don't know. But if we will see peace negotiations or ceasefire negotiations with Ukraine, all negotiations have to be held with Ukraine's participation, and Ukraine should be active part of negotiations process. So anything could be agreed without Ukraine. So that's our principal position as well. So we have to fulfill our promises and deliver what we promised, and include Ukraine in all talks about Ukraine.
Thank you. Yeah. Another topic which is very interesting and very important, the topic of security. Lithuania has almost 700 kilometers common border with Belarus, which is pushing migrants mainly from Middle East and from Africa towards the EU border with Poland and Lithuania. And in 2021, Lithuania started to build a wired fence to keep migrants out. Did Lithuania pay the whole system itself, or is it also EU funded, and what was the reaction of the European Union for these activities?
Well, we had to build the fence on the border with Belarus in order to protect not only Lithuania but the whole European Union from the illegal migrants which have been organized by the authoritarian regime of Minsk. And well, we built the fence ourselves. We paid for it ourselves, but European Union support other equipment which we bought for the surveillance of the border, cameras and other technical equipment which is necessary also in order to control the border. Well, we received a lot of bilateral support from European Union member states, and Austria was one of those countries who supported us the first, among the first ones, and that was we also valued a lot because that support was very fast, was very necessary, and also our measures being supported by member states. Of course, we understand that humanitarian part of illegal migration is very important, but uncontrolled flow of illegal migration is also not should not be allowed and should not be tolerated. So we seen our role in protecting the external European Union borders in such a way that we need to put the to install the fence on the border, and we did that. So now the whole border with Belarus is fenced and protected, the physical barrier.
I think it is very important for whole Europe what you did and what you are doing. My question, of course, is: does the closed and controlled border towards Belarus work? Indeed.
Yes, it works because the border, as I've said, is fenced. So in general, it's controlled, and we see, of course, some attempts to cross illegally the border, but those attempts are not successful. Sometimes illegal migrants are organized, which are organized by the state of Belarus, are equipped with some special scissors in order to cut barbed wire. But of course, our border guards are protecting the border. So in general, we're preventing all those attempts to cross illegally the border. So it works.
That's interesting, yes. At the end of our short discussion, only the question: what topics does Lithuania see as the main priorities for the EU to concentrate on in the coming years, because we have now a new period, and what are the main topics for Lithuania?
Well, for us, number one is support to Ukraine. Number two, strengthening defense and resilience of our societies, investment into the defense. My government expressed a readiness to allocate 5 or 6% of our GDP to our security and defense starting from the next years. In general, that's one of our main priorities, and we think that for European Union it's also very important topic. And also strengthening democracy and rule of law and respect for international law. That's also important for European Union, not to forget that those things are granted. Those things are not granted, and we all have to invest our efforts and time and intellectual capacities in the strengthening democracy and rule of law.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Madam Ambassador, you are always supporting our work, the work of the Institute of the Regions of Europe. Thank you very, very much. It is very important for us, and I'm looking forward to the next cooperation for our upcoming Salzburg Europe Summit. Thank you very much for your support, and all the best for you and for Lithuania.
Thank you very much, and all the best to the Institute.